everyone. Today I will be reading the entire guidelines to you. I will not be explaining them, however. I will only be reading them. Okay, so let's begin. The following are the custom rules specific to this amino. If these rules are violated, we moderators and Team Amino have the right to hide, strike, or ban your profile. If there are any concerns between this part, please message your community leaders. What happens when my profile is hidden? When your profile is hidden, fellow users cannot see things, including but not limited to the posts you make, the favorites you make, your profile image, your profile backdrop, and a few other things. When your profile is hidden, you may still communicate with other members through chat rooms and comments. You could still see other members' posts, get scores on other users' quizzes, etc. What happens when my account is striked? When your account is striked, you are muted. You may not like other members' posts, get scores on other members' quizzes, make blogs, public chats, quizzes, favorites, polls, Q&As, vote in polls, comment on other members' posts, etc. You can get a maximum of 3 strikes on your account. Every strike has a different punishment. With your first strike, your account is muted for 24 hours. With your second strike, your account is muted for 72 hours. And with your third strike, you are banned. What happens when my account is banned? If your account is banned, you are completely prohibited from even entering the amino. You may not enter with your account from that point forward. There are 2 ways you could be banned. When you get 3 strikes, or a moderator or Team Amino can ban you manually. We typically tend to ban bots manually. For example, the following things are not welcome in this community. Off-topic posts. This amino is focused on a specific interest. Bendy and the Ink Machine. Don't go posting about Five Nights at Freddy's, or Undertale, or Tattletale, or other topics. Note that crossovers are considered on-topic. Posts that are off-topic will be disabled by a leader or a curator. Also, this isn't Facebook. Things like "What would you rate me?" or similar things in nature are not allowed as well. Things that aren't already really related to Bendy, but the actual community may be considered on-topic. Sexually explicit or sexually promiscuous content. We have different punishments regarding if a piece of content is sexually promiscuous or sexually explicit. We define sexually promiscuous content as content that is made and shown with the intent of getting a sexual response out of someone. Please note that females and males can be sexually promiscuous. If you are caught violating this guideline, your account will be promptly striked. We define sexually explicit content as content that shows body parts that are commonly saw as inappropriate and are known to be sexually promiscuous in their own right. Genitalia, for example. If you are found guilty of posting this kind of content, your account will promptly be banned. Extreme violence and gore. Content that shows an extreme level of violence and gore is never allowed in this amino. We have many younger users, so this content should not be posted here. If you are found posting this kind of content, your account will be promptly striked. Graphic violence. Graphic violence is the depiction of especially vivid, brutal, and realistic acts of violence in visual media such as literature, film, television, and video games. It may be real, stimulated, live action, or animated. Extreme gore. Content that shows a high and realistic amount of bloodshed in visual media, such as literature, film, television, and in video games. It may be stimulated, live action, or animated. Gore also tends to involve a piercing weapon such as a knife or a spear. Inappropriate behavior. There are a few things we count as inappropriate behavior. They are bullying other users in chat rooms, comments or posts, harassing other members through chat rooms, comments, and posts, and wrongfully and intentfully accusing other members of breaking the guidelines. Violation of these rules may result in your profile being hidden or your account being striked depending on the severity of the situation. Bullying, abuse and mistreatment of someone vulnerable by someone stronger, more powerful, etc. Harassment, to intentfully annoy or be rude persistently. Advertising. Advertising other amino, YouTube channel, social media page, etc. is prohibited. Posts that advertise will be disabled upon discovery. If you spam messages to other members advertising yourself, you may have your profile hidden or account striked depending on the severity of the situation. Impersonation. Pretending to be or even having the username of another popular YouTuber, another popular social media page / profile, developer, etc. is strictly prohibited. Your account will be hidden until you change your username if you are caught guilty of violating this guideline. Vulgar or explicit art. We do allow explicit art, but we recommend having a warning or caution before entering the post. We have these recommendations as we are strict in keeping this community safe and comfortable for any newcomers or current community members. Blocking moderators. At absolutely no point should a member block a moderator on the Bendy and the Ink Machine amino. Doing so will result in immediate ban. There will be no warnings, nor shall there be any lighter consequences. Unless the specific situation calls for it, blocking moderators is never okay and will result in, as stated earlier, an account ban. Reports of power abuse from the moderation team should be taken to the main leader, Mr. Tech 579. It is also important to point out that moderators should not be blocking members as well. Artist and creator rights. Note that while this section will be predominantly talking about art and artists, these guidelines apply to all creations including art, cosplay, fan fictions, etc. But most users on this amino post fan art. When an artist creates a piece of work, it is theirs. Even if it's not that good or professional, you may not claim a piece of art that does not belong to you. This guideline is taken extremely seriously, and if you are found guilty of breaking it, your account will promptly be striked. Remember that art theft is a crime in the real world. You, as a user, are required to credit the original artist if you use their work in a post. You may not use art in your post without giving any credit. And credit to the original artist or anything else similar is also not allowed. If you do not give proper credit, you will be contacted by a moderator to add credit. If you fail to comply, the post will be disabled. If you repeat this offense, your profile may be hidden. If you claim a piece of art that is copyrighted, your account will be promptly banned. This is to avoid legal issues inside the amino. Again, art theft is a real-world crime. We do not go against amino's terms of service or their privacy policy. This amino is neither enforcing COPPA, as it is meant to be appropriate for any suitable ages. If you have legal issues between this community as a parent or need support, contact support at aminoapps.com for better suited help.